Welcome to your daily focus for April the 27th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And we'll turn to the cards and see what they will show us about the energy that surrounds us and how to use it in a positive light to go forward. The World card again. Well, the World card, we do have the full moon coming up. We do have the full moon coming up, and so we are ready to move into new paths, elevated paths, new starts, new beginnings. And the full moon is there to remind us that we have to let go of things in our life to make room for the new, to allow the completions in our life, the completion of a season, the completion of a situation. Maybe it's a task, maybe it's a job around the house that you've been putting off and putting off and putting off. Maybe it's a project, maybe it's designing your plan. This is telling us to prepare for the new by looking at what we need to walk away from. Nine of Wands. I love the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the new path. All the other wands behind us are the paths that we have walked and the knowledge we have gained in order to step into a new path. The sun is rising behind us. A new day is dawning. And the King of Wands is back. You know what? Relax. Let go. Enjoy. Stop being so serious. And yet we still want to be practical. We still want to be mindful. But sometimes we can just let the stress upon anxiety layer itself on our shoulders, and all of a sudden we feel this huge weight. And so the King of Wands is here to tell us to enjoy life, enjoy each other, enjoy the special moments that we are creating without even realizing it. So let's stop there. So the World card leads the way. So we feel this transformation happening in our lives. We feel the old or the endings happening, the old needing to be released. It could be where we could need healing in our life in order to feel that rebirth, that inner strength, to acknowledge that inner warrior within us. So where do you need the completions, the endings, the healing, the closure? Where do you need to bring in balance in your life? And you'll probably be very mindful of these kinds of things today. Where do you need to set some goals for yourself? Where do you need to let go of some things in your life? Now we have the Nine of Wands in the middle. And so we're kind of standing in shadow here. We're not ready to step into this path. We are ready to step into this path, but the path is not ready to accept us. We need to do a little bit of work. We need to tap into the knowledge and be grounded in what we know. There's been so much this week in appreciating ourselves, loving ourselves, realizing our talents, our abilities, what we give to the world, what we bring to the table. And so I think this card is just another symbol of understanding how you have evolved on your path, how you've taken in wisdom, how you've taken in knowledge, and how you can use that knowledge and wisdom to go forward into a new path, a new beginning, a new start. We're very grounded and we're very courageous in this picture, in this card. And 9 symbolize the end of a path. So we have the World card and the 9 card. So it's asking us to really pay attention to what we want to release, what we want closure in. Maybe it's personal healing. Maybe it's healing within a relationship. To think it through, to acknowledge it. And then we have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands says, you know, stop being so serious. I mean, I just love this guy, okay? They made him king. They put him in the chair. He's not even sitting upright. He's just kind of like hanging there. And I mean, his crown doesn't even fit. It falls too far down on his forehead. I mean, he didn't even wait to get his crown sized for him. He's like, okay, I'm king. Let's get the pictures over with so we can go and start creating and have fun and change things for the better in our life and enjoy doing these things and not think of them as things that we did wrong that we have to make right, but rather the challenges that are before us, to embrace them in some way, to make them fun, to make them exciting, to make them an exhilarating challenge rather than a depleting energy in our life. I was listening to somebody once a long time ago, and they were talking about gratitude. And they said, so your car's on E, and you're exhausted from your day of work, and you don't want to stop for gas, and you're like, oh, what a hardship. Now I've got to go down this street, and it's going to be busy there, and it's going to be another hour before I get home, and I don't get paid until next week. So if I use this money for gas and I have to use it for gas, then I'm not going to be able to go out on the weekend. And, you know, when we start thinking all these negative things, well, be grateful that you have a job. Be grateful that you have a car to drive. Be grateful that you have enough money in your wallet or your purse in order to pay for the gas. Be grateful that you will have a home to go to. Be grateful that there's something that isn't more pressing in a negative light, that you can't get the gas, that you can free up this time, that you do have your free will and your choice available to you. Well, let's get an affirmation card, shall we? And if you do the numerology for today, April the 27th, 2018, you would come down to a 6, which is the Lovers. So it could have a lot to do with relationships and deepening relationships, bringing harmony into relationships, bringing balance into relationships, allowing healing or closure within relationships. And who did we have fall out? We have the High Priestess fall out. Well, let's see what the High Priestess has to say to us, since all of a sudden this deck is getting the flying cards. It's usually the first deck. Now, where am I going? The High Priestess is mystery. Some things are not meant to be known intellectually, but are meant to be experienced through intuition. This card reminds me to trust that I have access to higher wisdom and knowing when I tune in and trust my vibes. This is the time when mysteries will be revealed and I can grow as a result. So pay attention to what's happening to you, to the challenges that you find yourself in. And are they truly challenges, or are they making you very aware of things that you can be grateful for? Or very aware of the wisdom that you have gained through your travels? Or the wisdom that you can gain by walking through the experience, by going with the flow? Let's put that card back in and we'll shuffle and get our actual affirmation card. So mystery's okay, and trust your intuition. Your intuition will guide you in the right direction. You know it. If you sit there in silence, if you reflect for a bit and you start questioning yourself, you find that you have the answers inside. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. You know what you expect. You know where there needs to be closure in your life. Maybe it's a bad habit. And it's just time to make that commitment to yourself once and for all. You're ready to go down new path, but full moons are a time of closure, a time of healing, a time of completion. You know, if you planted some small little seeds at the new moon, this is a time when you've kind of hit that one little peak or that one little goal. And if you haven't, you can examine why and make the plan forward again. And we have the messenger of fire. The messengers love coming out in this deck, don't they? We have messages all over the place. The messenger of fire. Determination for a new adventure, innovation, independent creative action, spirited and headstrong. I have an unstoppable spirit and co-create all that I desire. Surrounded by spirit, illuminated by the wisdom that rises up within me, I set forth on a path to innovate. Well, if that isn't this card, huh? Surrounded by spirit, illuminated by the wisdom that rises up within me, I set forth on a path to innovate. I trust in my vision and I act accordingly, remaining true to what I most value and desire, which can manifest in many forms. So don't get too attached to it's got to work out this way. The money's got to come from here. The love's got to come from there. The work's got to come from here. Don't get too attached to where the energy is coming from, but rather accept the energy and go with the flow. You'll be amazed at where you pop out sometimes, and it'll be right. I have an unstoppable spirit and can co-create all that I desire. Please believe that. And co-create is maybe with another, because we do have the lover's energy, but with God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, source. And an animal card? Absolutely. So maybe we are feeling heavy energy. I mean, we did have the Tower card in the middle there a couple of days ago. And that usually is, you know, when the Tower is right there in the middle. We usually feel that energy for days on end. And so things can come up and we feel weighed down. And we have the King of Wands here telling us to go with the flow. Enjoy the journey. Not so much of the goal that you're going to hit, but the journey of getting there. And yes, there's challenges. That's life. So how do we accept those challenges? Do we look at it as a negative? Do we look at it as an anxiety, a fear? Or do we take it as a positive challenge to grow our wisdom, grow our strength, grow our independence, grow our courage? Seek and find. The little chipmunk is there. Seek and find. Action, believe, and manifest. And above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. So true. If you don't believe it can be in your life, it won't be in your life. And if you believe it can be in your life, you'll allow the magic to work in your life. You will be amazed at what appears in your life going forward. Chipmunk lets you know that although you are dreaming and wishing, you aren't taking clear action to make your dreams come true. The clearer and stronger your desire, the more action you will receive as you begin to see the whole picture, retaining the parts you want and eliminating what you don't want. Your greatest wealth is the knowledge that you are complete within yourself. Your major goal is to discover as much as you can about yourself, because the more you know about yourself, the better you can deal with any life situation. And that really has been the theme of the week in the cards, hasn't it? Take the action in order to push open the door you so badly want to walk through. And if you don't seek, you won't find. If you don't knock, the door will remain closed. If you don't walk through the door, you remain stuck in one place. Spend some time wishing and manifesting, but don't forget to take some action too. If you want a new job, send out that resume. If you're looking for a relationship, start inquiring whether your friends know of anyone. If you want to begin a business, start writing your business plan. Today is a wake-up call to your inner soul. And will you take the first step and turn the doorknob? And do you believe in yourself enough yet? Have you taken the time to reflect on the beauty you bring to the world? Your communities, your neighborhoods, your workplace, within your family, close friends. Do you see your strength? Do you see your beauty? Do you see your wisdom? Do you see your courage that you can go forward? Have you examined fears that have held you back and are ready to walk through them, to leave them in the past? We've really been asked this week to look at stepping into the new beginnings, and I said it all week, and I'll say it again. The full moon is Sunday. So today is still movement forward into the path we want, and the path we desire. So I don't think it's outlandish to think that you can still do new moon affirmations a couple of days before a full moon, because that new moon affirmation might magically, you get that whisper, you get that sense that, I want to move forward there and I need to clear this part of my life up. I need to get rid of, maybe it's just cleaning a room. Maybe it is cleaning out a closet. Maybe it is having that conversation with somebody. Maybe it is pampering yourself, enjoying life a little, treating yourself to something, saying to yourself that you're worth it, you're deserving of it. Until we meet again, remember, I love you.